Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All supports the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are going to unbox and take a look at the Spider-Man No Way Home 3-pack from Marvel Legends. Now this is the highly anticipated 3-pack. It was announced ages ago, absolutely ages ago, and it's finally started to land in people's hands. Us over the UK, it has just started shipping from Hasbro Pulse for those of you that ordered it the first time round, because they did re-release it, and I believe that one's going to start shipping in August. But for those of you that did order it the first time round, you should be receiving this very soon. So without further ado, let's open it up and take a look, because I'm an out of box collector, and after all, these closed cardboard boxes aren't very good for display anyway. So let's open it up, take a look and see what all the hype is about. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the 3-pack. Now it is the plastic-free packaging, so it's a closed box with a rendering on the front, and there's some artwork on the side there as well, which is very cool, and then slightly different artwork on the other side there as well. And then on the back we've got a digital rendering of the 3 Spider-Men together, as well as the accessories that you get. So you get an extra 2 sets of hands per Spider-Man. So no unmasked heads. Everybody was hoping that there'd be unmasked heads with this set, but there are rumours that we are going to get these 3 Spider-Man characters in a later wave, so whether it will be the exact same figures or a slightly different version, who knows. Now I don't normally open up on video, don't open the boxes up on video, but I thought for the sake of this one I wanted to see how it looked, and it's done pretty well, I must admit. So all 3 Spider-Men there are separated by the cardboard. You've got the accessories in this little kind of flap at the top. It's all quite well put together. It's definitely come on leaps and bounds since they introduced this plastic 3 packaging, but to be honest I do prefer the windows so that you can see the figure, because there have been some QC issues on these figures that people have been posting, which is a real shame, especially the price tag that comes with this particular 3-pack. So not being able to see the figures is a massive shame, especially in a box set like this, because there are a lot of people that would probably keep this one boxed if you could see the figures. But let's get on. You've got these little paper bags. The first one I'm going to look at is Tom Holland. Initial inspections, there's no real issues here, and I can see that there's definitely an update. I think the most predominant thing that's different about this one is the colour of his suit is much more blue than it was previously, and the web lines are painted as well, so it does make a massive difference. It is a real shame that he's still got these oversized web shooters on from Doctor Strange. He did not have them in this part of the movie where the 3 Peters kind of confront the villains on the Statue of Liberty, and it's a real shame that the Hasbro team haven't caught up with that and kind of removed them, because it would literally just be that forearm piece that they have to replace. So it is a shame that they're reusing this mold again, even though they have updated the deco. He is completely pinless, and overall it's a nice figure. If you haven't got an integrated suit Spider-Man yet, this is definitely the best one so far, even if it's not completely screen accurate because of those web shooters. But I'll put him at the back and let's have a look at another one. Now I'm not sure which one this is going to be. I think this is going to be Tobey Maguire because it looks a little bit lighter. This is the one that I think I was most excited for, even though Andrew Garfield is my favourite Spider-Man, just because it's the oldest one. Again, upon initial inspections, there's no issues here. He is a completely different body type to the Tom Holland one, which is really nice. He's a little bit taller, he's a little bit thicker, and definitely looks in keeping with the character from those movies. The web lines are metallic and they are also raised, and there is texture on his costume as well, so the blue has texture as well. He really does look like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Yeah, I've got no real issues here. There's a couple of people that are complaining about it on the internet and saying that there are better versions out there, which, yep, sure, there are better versions out there, but this is a Marvel Legend, and if I'm comparing it to other Marvel Legends, it's done really well. If I was comparing it to other figures, then yeah, maybe I'd have some issues. And this, of course, is the Andrew Garfield one, my favourite of the 3, and it's much darker, much darker, darker red, a darker blue, and it's got quite heavy black webbing as well, but looks very much like the suit did in the movie, and of course his movies as well, or at least in one of his movies, because he had 2 different suits, didn't he? As I said, upon initial inspection there's no real issues here. They've all got butterfly joints in the shoulders, so you can get a little bit more movement there from the arms. They're all pinless, and they are all completely different body types. They are different molds, different body types.
yeah, I'm quite pleased, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, the initial kind of promo art, the rendering that they showed us for these, they did look a little bit different, but we did see these on a live stream recently, and yeah, it pretty much looks like they did on the live stream. Let's just have a quick look at the accessories that come with them as well. But overall, I'm really pleased. These are the three Spider-Men that we had in that No Way Home movie. Um, all very different, different body types, different pieces, different sculpting. You could put these three on your shelf, and it's quite obvious what they are. They all come with a web line, and it's nice. I mean, it's the web lines that we've seen multiple times before with Spider-Man, but these ones are all clear, which is a nice touch, and they've all got two sets of hands. Now, they did boast that all three Spider-Men would have open palm hands, but they were all going to have slightly different open palm hands. So these are the ones that go with Tobey Maguire. As you can see, he's got the kind of grippy fingers, if you like, and two thwip hands as well. And the open palm hands are like the wall crawling hands. So if you're using it for action figure photography, they're the ones that you'd use to crawl up the walls. Andrew Garfield's obviously got one on at the moment. There's the other one and the other closed fist, and they're his thwip hands. And Tom Hollander's got both of his on, so these should be thwip and closed fist. If the box is right, there's the closed fist, and there are the thwip. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. Would this three pack been made better if we had unmasked heads? Of course it would. There's no two ways about that. But for what it is, they are very cool. Let's just have a quick look at a 360. Now these aren't completely to scale because they're three separate videos, but as you can see, looking at them from on a whole 360, they all look completely different. They've got different body types, they've got different body frames, they've got different sculpting, they've got different costumes obviously, and they look like three different versions of Spider-Man. What's really nice as well is even the face under the mask, so the sort of face shape, the profile is very different on all three of them. I'm not quite sure which is my favourite, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I'm going to have to go for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. But I think the one that surprised me the most is probably Tobey Maguire's, just because, again, that film came out, 20 years ago, was it? 22 years ago? So to get a modern action figure of a film that came out so long ago, but yet is so relevant still, is amazing. It really is cool. But together, I think they look really good. If they were sold individually, like the rumours state, I don't think many people would pick up the Tom Holland because we've had so many of those before. We've definitely had a couple of the integrated suits, so I can understand why they're selling this as a 3-pack, because the other two essentially sell the third one. But to be able to just sort of go out and pick up all three in one go is quite a nice little move. So I'm all for it. I know that there are people that are disappointed, but I think that it pretty much is what I was expecting it to be. It's not surprised me in any way. There's no parts of it that have kind of jumped out and I was completely shocked by, but it is what I was expecting it to be. And alongside my Marvel Legends, these look really good. But let's have a look at them side by side. So they have done previous versions before. Here is on the left hand side of the screen we've got the 3-pack, on the right hand side of the screen we've got the previous one. This was a standalone store exclusive one, I think. And as you can see, the suit colour is very different. There's a blue and a grey, and there are no web lines on the red. And it really does make quite a difference. Now, from what I can tell, the reds are different. I'm not sure if that's just my eyes playing tricks on me because of the web lines, but no, they're definitely different. There's the one without web lines is definitely a brighter red. And the gold on the new one looks a little bit shinier as well. So I definitely prefer the 3-pack to the standalone one. Now the biggest difference I think comes in the form of the Amazing Spider-Man as in the Andrew Garfield one, because we have had a Marvel Legends figure of him previously. Here's the 3-pack version, and here is the one that we've had previously. It came as part of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. There was him and Electro, and they were really not good figures. Even at the time, people complained about them. And yeah, I mean, you can really see the improvements they've made in sculpting, in design, in manufacturing. It is a definite improvement on that weird looking Spider-Man. It was always weird looking. I mean, the essence are there, so like the suit design and the spider logos are there, but yeah, the new one is so much better. And what really annoyed me about this one as well is these weird kind of flat front feet. Like, where are his feet in those boots? It's just weird. So the 3-pack definitely beats that one. Now the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is slightly different because this is a much older figure that wasn't technically part of Legends. So here is the Marvel Legends version of Tobey Maguire, and here is one of the older figures that we got. I think this one was this one was Spider-Man 1. But we had figures for Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, but this one was Spider-Man 1, and it came with like a gargoyle, so you could kind of pose him on the gargoyle and that, and the accessories were really cool, but you can definitely see the improvements in manufacturing. The older version looks very kind of square and angular in the shoulders and the waist. It has got toe articulation, and it also had finger articulation as well, so you could kind of turn his hand into a thwip hand, but I'd quite happily sacrifice those for the updated sculpts that we've got. So yeah, the 3-pack again takes the lead on this one. These figures are literally kind of 20 years apart, I think. It's a very old Spider-Man figure indeed. But yeah, I think the 3-pack, when you stand it up here and you look at the 3-pack compared to each of the individual kind of releases, the 3-pack is definitely a huge improvement. And then here, just for the sake of it, is a quick photograph of them standing on a bit of a diorama piece, just to finish this video off. But anyway, overall I'm really pleased with it. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and I will see you soon.